What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony, aka Descendant of Chaos and Controversy, and I'm here making this video based on the debate of the critical race theory. Okay, uh, people want to pick my brain and want to know what my thoughts were on it and stuff like that. Okay, so you know, there's obvious controversy behind it, and the ones that are actually like having an opinion about it are particular white people who feel that it isn't necessary to teach kids the truth about, the racism, I guess, that this country has been founded on. Okay? This is what I'm taking from it. I'm not absolute about it, but from my understanding, this is what the argument and the debate is about. But everything else is fine and dandy to be taught, even no matter how much the information has been construed, altered, bent to fit a particular narrative, and it's been a fact proven that you don't learn real history in the actual events that has taken place because they conveniently take certain things out of the textbooks and feed you what they want you to know. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you once you graduate high school and move on to college, or if you decide to go to the library or look things up, you find the truth out on your own anyway, regardless. So, you know, and I guess that's basically how things, or should I say, true events that people say has been buried or hidden, hasn't been taught. The truth hasn't been discussed in honest dialogue. You know, and there's no how should I say, denial of people controlling the narrative, because for some time that's what the whole situation where we come to at this particular point in time is: people controlling the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And denial and no accountability. And it's just like, oh, well, shit has happened. You know what? Today's people weren't responsible of the past. And I'm sorry if some of the attitudes and behaviors has trickled down to certain particular demographics of particular people who are known to be racist or whatever, that still affect people. But, in other demographics, it's not our problem. you know. But it is a problem because when you constantly trying to hush people, tell people that your history doesn't matter. Only what we see fit to teach people. To sugarcoat shit, because that's what it basically boils down to: is people sugarcoating shit if it's not whitewashed. You know, and when people are scared to allow the truth be told because of how it makes their people look, then it's a problem. Because it's cool when those particular groups are afraid of the perception being cast upon them, when it's very convenient and easy for them to demonize other groups of people. But if they in return have the shoe put on the other foot, where they are now being demonized, oh, they don't like that. And I wonder why. Because you want to paint this picture that particular groups are holier than what it is, and that they are without flaws, that they are not capable of making, errors in judgment, or whatever the case may be. And that's fine and dandy. But then, let another group, mess up or whatever. It's like highlighted. It's like, see, I told you. Justification. This further proves that, what you call it, what we said about this group of people is true. But you want to throw your skeletons in the closet and close the door and hope that that door doesn't bust open for the amount of skeletons that's pressing against where you can't close the door anymore. So I find it funny and hypocritical and ironic. But that's been the MO of America. You know, expose everybody else for their flaws and shit, but let's put the carpet in the rug over our own, you know, BS. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk about white people and stuff like that, and I hate to get racial, but you make the obvious apparent. You know what I'm saying? What are you afraid of? Because it's no problem for you to make other people look a certain way, but when it's your turn to be looked upon under a certain light, you can't stand it. Then you guys want to cry victim, and then you want to say, "Oh, things are unfair." But you the one who orchestrated this whole narrative. You the one who set all this shit into motion. You the one who created the doggone chessboard and placed the pieces on the board accordingly to see to how you saw fit. And everybody else, I guess, is just a pawn, right? So I'm just saying. Like I said, black people had no control over the laws that were passed. We have no control over legislation. What control do we have? What fairness do we have? What real equal measure do we have in this country? We don't. We are always at the mercy of someone else. And we always have to fucking dance to everybody else's tune. And then when we decide to step back and become independent, everybody else has a fucking problem with it. But you can't explain why you have a problem with it. You always gotta fucking flip the script. You know what I'm saying? But since all that effort is put into place, and then you have your little tap dancing, whatchamacallit, shucking and jiving motherfuckers to be your mouthpieces and shit, you know, to make everybody else, you know, seem like, oh, it's all about race, it's all about race. No, you create the narrative to make it about race. And then when you get the response, you don't like the responses. You quick to fucking poke the bear, but when that fucking bear's claws come out to swipe your ass to get you the fuck away from him and stuff, then you want to put the bear down. When you should have left the fucking bear alone to begin with in the first place. But anyway, it is what it is. You know how the routine goes. Until next time, until next video, peace.